All right, we got the VW2 2mm cast vinyl from Catalina Graphics Film with their gloss over laminate. It's also a cast vinyl. We're just using this as a demonstration because we had this deeply indented area. We don't normally wrap the trunk of a car. Just to make a point about this film and how it behaves, some of its properties and features. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to warm this vinyl up a little bit, and I'm going to stretch it in that deep shape like you would a door handle or a license area. So I'm getting it warm using a wet glove, just a mild solution of soapy water. I'm stretching it in here on purpose so that we can do some testing. What we want to find out is how the heat will affect not only the adhesive but also the vinyl itself. So if I just put this vinyl on the car, stretching it like that, but with no post heating, in other words, I'm not going to come in now and warm it. In fact, actually when I did that, that vinyl was, right now it's 100 degrees. I probably never got it more than 120 or 125 installing it. So now I'm going to go ahead and take it off for this first part of the test. And we're going to move it out here. You can see better. Not buried in the shadow again. So you can see it still has a little bit of the shape of that stretching that I did. But when I apply heat to this, oh yeah, thank you. It's probably, and it should normally heal back to its original flat, unstretched shape. And you can see that's working beautifully. Next, we're going to do the same test again. And this time, while it's installed, we're going to heat the vinyl up by putting the heat gun all the way up as high as it'll go to 1100 degrees. We're going to use the thermometer again, measure the surface temperature. We're going to heat that vinyl to 200 to 225 degrees in that entire area that it's stretched. And then when we remove it the next time, we're going to show you how the vinyl will not go back to its flat shape, because we've not only raised the adhesive value to its ultimate bond strength, but we've also set a new memory and kind of erased the memory. We use thermal setting properties of the vinyl to keep the vinyl from wanting to lift up while the adhesive is holding it down, making it a very, very awesome product for complex curve shapes. Applied this vinyl to the car with stretching. On purpose. It's a concave shape. There's really no way to do it without some type of stretching. Then we came in and we post-heated it using a heat gun to about 225 degrees over the entire area. After we let it cool off to about 80 or 100, we came in and reapplied the pressure one more time with a soft edge squeegee like this to really make sure it was seated well. And now what we're going to do, so we know that the post heating will help the adhesive build to its maximum or ultimate bond strength. Instead of taking 3 days at room temperature, we get it there now by really getting that adhesive warm and soft so it can flow fast and then re-squeegeing it. But what we're going to try to show you now is whether or not that post-heating has any effect on the vinyl part, the top layer, not the adhesive, by thermal setting it into that new shape. So if, when I heat this vinyl, it completely heals back to a smooth, flat sheet, then you'll know all of that work I did was good for making the adhesive, fight against the memory when it's stretched. If the vinyl will not heat all the way back to flat, that's even better, because then we know the heat's not only helping the adhesive hold the vinyl better, it's helping the vinyl not to pull on the adhesive so much. So let's see what happens. You're going to expect, and I've done this with other materials, that you'll expect some healing to occur. But as you can see, I cannot make that vinyl go back to its normal shape. So I'm just going to warm this up lightly and show you how this material reacts when we warm it up without that post-heating step. So if I stretch the vinyl a pretty extreme amount, probably as much or more than I did there, and you can watch without the post-heating step how it'll heal back to just perfect again. So it's only when it's stuck to something and post-heated to that high level of the 200 or 225 that it'll actually hold that new shape for you. We tried it with no post-heat and it went smooth and flat, just like this everywhere. This time with the heat, we let it rest for a while after that. And as you can see, no matter how hot I get that, I am not able, I got 1,000 degrees blowing on this vinyl, guys. See those little round shapes here? There's a little cutout in the car. It will not go back flat. So that's proving that this vinyl not only has the conformability that we need, the air egress works really well. It's kind of a low tack, forgiving product initially that builds to a high tack, but it also has what I call thermal setting properties. So if you post-heat those complex curve areas that you've had to stretch, like here and the license plates, etc., you can expect to have really good success because you're building up the adhesion at the same time, creating a new memory on the vinyl in that new shape. So excellent product. Good job, Catalina. The VW2 cast vinyl with the 1.2 overlap. Thank you very much. Yay!